Asset Isekeshev, Altai Kulginov,
Good morning. On behalf of the Global Federation of Competitiveness Councils, it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to the 2019 Global Innovation Summit here in Nur Sultan. Influential thinkers and leaders from around the world have come together, convened by the Global Federation of Competitiveness Councils, and hosted by our GFCC members, the Kazakhstan Competitiveness Council and the Center for Research and Consulting, in partnership with the Office of the Mayor of Nur Sultan and the foundation of the first President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Allow me to recognize and thank the distinguished leaders of Kazakhstan who are with us this morning. His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister, Alihan Smolov, His Excellency, Mr. Ate Kulinov, His Excellency Asset Isekeshev, as well as our partners, Mr. Anwar Buranbayev, Mr. Kainer Kozumov, and Mr. Elder Abrazakov. Thank you all for your tremendous vision, leadership, and commitment to the competitiveness of your nation and its engagement in the global environment. This is the first time the GFCC has come with the Global Innovation Summit to Central Asia, and it is truly a time of seminal importance as the engagement between East and West is ever more important and strategic. And thus, we are very honored to be here in Kazakhstan, a young nation, but a nation in the region at the very heart of the crossroads of civilizations, beginning over 2 millennia ago and traversing this vast storied landscape. The Silk Road was the largest vector for cultural diffusion and the locus of innovation in the ancient world, one of the most important east-west channels in human history for trade in high-value goods, and very importantly, for the transfer of scientific knowledge and technology in many areas such as astronomy, architecture, chemistry, medicine, and mathematics. Indeed, nearly every element of human civilization was exchanged along this very first information superhighway through the very heart of Kazakhstan. Today, Central Asia is a fast-changing region at a critical juncture in its history, a region rich in natural resources and energy, an abundant, strong workforce, and an ever-improving business climate, and most importantly, with a citizenry committed to building a new era of economic growth and inclusive prosperity. Central Asia is central in geography, again, sitting at the nexus between a dynamic, growing, strong East Asia and the wealth, markets, and technologies of Europe. And an array of opportunities is here as the region is poised and actually undergoing now major economic transformation. We're seeing around the world a new wave of interest, investment, and engagement, not just from the world's economic powerhouses, but from other countries as well, to invest in Kazakhstan, the largest economy in the region, 60% of the region's GDP. So again, Kazakhstan is truly leading the way into the future with its businesses poised to integrate into global supply chains and global commerce, global trade. And this nation continues on its path to modernize, diversify its economy. But Kazakhstan, like countries around the world, are facing new challenges and new opportunities as all nations are dealing with profound economic, social, and technological transformation. Nur Sultan, of course, is a symbol of this transformation with not only its brilliant architecture, but the way it is designed to be a smart city. So it's very exciting for the GFCC to be here for our 10th anniversary, to have this summit today on the theme, Transform Competitiveness, Nations, Energy, Industries, Cities, and Talent. This theme reflects the many dimensions of competitiveness, but also leverages the points for its ever-ending quest for improvement It reflects the unprecedented potential for disruption and transformation brought about by today's ever-accelerating technological revolutions and offering great potential for the next wave of innovation that will drive high-value products, services, business creation, productivity, and inclusive growth and prosperity. Today, the global competitive playing field is ever more accessible to all nations and economies. For at all stages of economic development, the most important resources for the future for production and services are knowledge, technology, capital, and skills that are all highly mobile, powered by the digital networks that provide immediate 24/7 access to the world's businesses, markets, and jobs. Not long ago, it took decades to move up the economic development curve. That curve has been shattered. Today, emerging countries are evolving rapidly towards knowledge and skill-based economies. And again, we are witnessing that in real time here in Kazakhstan. Energy and competitiveness are deeply intertwined. Energy demand is soaring, and energy systems are undergoing a once-in-a-century transformation to the imperative for a low-carbon future. The electrification of transportation and a worldwide quest for greater energy efficiency and energy productivity are well underway. Today's global energy and sustainability challenges, including the need to address climate, have created a perfect storm for energy and energy innovations at every scale, in transportation, in equipment, buildings, appliances, fuels, power generation, industrial processes, and consumer goods. Manufacturers and designers and consumers all together have a golden opportunity to move to a new era of industrial economic transformation powered by the demand and imperative, again, for sustainability, for energy innovation and market opportunity, and many must and are seizing this moment. When one looks at industries, we see the new revolutionary technologies, biotechnology, digital technology, nanotechnology, cognitive technology, driving artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, big data, sensors, and the Internet of Things. All are converging and colliding across the economic landscape, offering unparalleled opportunities and capabilities, yes, but also opening an era of innovation, change, disruption, and in many ways the positive, creative destruction that comes with the cavalcade of new products and services entering our world, the birth and death of firms, the rise of new industries, and, importantly, the appearance of new market competitors, often arising out of seemingly nowhere in real time. In cities, we are seeing the largest wave of urban growth in human history. Urban dwelling is expected to increase by about 60% by 2050, from 4 billion to 6.3 billion people living in cities, 2/3 of the world's population. And we all know, as we're seeing here in Nur Sultan, that cities are increasingly the epicenters for innovation, for high skills deployment, and the imagination and creativity that grows economic activity, and of course that enables the wealth creation that is so important and able to provide the resources for education and for dealing with big, large global challenges. There's a tremendous opportunity to make all of our cities more sustainable, smart, and also to provide a quality of life heretofore only accessible in a few cities in our world. So the potential for innovation is more than significant. From intelligent connected roads and vehicles, automated modes of transport and smart grids, to energy-efficient buildings, big data will see cities in a way never before possible, and we will have new ways to connect citizens with services, information, and infrastructure, and very importantly, with each other. So in this era of turbulence, transition, and transformation, most important of all, of course, and this has always been true through human history, are people. And the skilled and creative talent that comes from lifelong learning and creating a culture of learning is indeed the most important resource in a knowledge and innovation-driven economy. Indeed, many pundits say that talent is the oil of the 21st century. And with ever-changing skill demands, there are new ways to develop, access, and manage our most precious asset in the world, human capital. New technologies make entirely new ways to work possible, with workers leveraging today's intelligent systems, robotics, and of course, virtual and augmented reality. And with today's collaborative platforms and high-speed communications enabled by a new generation of telecommunications infrastructure, employers can access talent at remote locations and around the world. So given this new landscape of disruption and opportunity, professionals, businesses, cities, nations, and their leaders are increasingly being called upon to not only navigate this changing reality, but very importantly, to take real actions. Yes, by experimenting with competitiveness strategies and policies, investing and developing technology and industrial strategies, but most importantly, understanding the key priorities and drivers so that transformation initiatives fit into their own context, both culturally, socially, and economically. So our agenda over the next 2 days at the Global Federation of Competitiveness conference will drill down into many facets of this new era, how different industries are going to be developed, disrupted, and emerge, how countries may and will be affected, and how advanced and developing economies can work together to leverage new technology for inclusive economic growth, for inclusive social advancement, in a world that is truly being reshaped before our very eyes. And we will explore together the pivotal roles of business, of industry, government, universities, and our workforce as agents of change, developers of solutions, and the true leaders navigating the new pathways to a better, more sustainable future. So as we have come together in Nur Sultan to understand and co-create the path forward to achieving this future, it will be one driven by the power of innovation, and let us not forget that we are all innovators. Every human being is an innovator with the potential and responsibility to contribute to bringing the future into reality that we want to bequeath to our children and the generations to come. So drawing upon its storied history and contributions across the millennium of civilization, we are proud to be here in a country, Kazakhstan, that again stands at the crossroads, poised for transformation, with the new dynamic president, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, and a nation with the largest and strongest economy in Central Asia. And truly, as we see on the stage today, a dynamic new generation of leaders are all committed to working with the citizens of this country and around the world to bring the power of innovation into reality. And let me close with a concept of innovation that was developed some years ago by the U.S. Council on Competitiveness that I am also honored to lead. And it is one that really captures the essence of innovation. And we call that I to the fifth power. Innovation is the intersection of ideas, imagination, insight, ingenuity, invention, but it's all about impact. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to a dynamic day of discussion.